footsteps.
I will announce the statement soon.
I'm seeing the light. The light that brightened my tomorrow.
The wait is over. I want to say thank you to all of you who have been waiting for me on this. Finally here, Lumix S1RII review. Although the new S1RII are released, probably I will make another one, but first let's start from S1RII. So you guys remember that I made this video, and in that I said Lumix still didn't have the flagship, hybrid flagship machine, and they need it, but they got it right now. Finally, dream came true. I think you guys already know what this is capable of. Like a 8K video, 5.8K raw internal recording, 4K 120 FPS, 44 megapixel photos, and goes on. Before I dive deep in those, I just want to say I really love this camera. It's not just it produces the amazing quality photos and videos. It can help me to capture the life, the life of moment, the life of creatures, the life of the life. When I am shooting with this camera, I can feel the super energetic and powerful commitment to the capturing the life of this universe. This is the absolute and legit hybrid machine. And more importantly, we were able to see the bright future of Lumix thanks to the birth of this S1RII. So today, we're gonna do the review by talking about the specs and the performances, but through this video, I wanted to feel the future potential and possibility of Lumix as the camera brand. The light that brightened our tomorrow. Simply, it just got a little thicker, and it makes the holding feel super secure and nice, very comfortable. Especially when you put some heavy and chunky lens such as the Sigma Art Prime lens, you can feel the huge difference from S5 II. Mountain, city, studio, anywhere. This makes me want to hold this camera all day long. And let's dive deep in others. So, total vibe is not that different from S5 II, but details are evolved. First of all, the position of on and off switch. This is so much easier to access now. And this got 5 custom modes while S5 IIX has 3, and it got lock for that. At the left side, it got same photo mode dial but with a lock, and photo video switch. Thanks to this, you can switch between photo and video immediately, and you can use 5 custom modes for each video and photo. So much better and easier now. And this lock switch can prevent you from changing the setting without your will. Also, button quality got better. Now they are more distinguished and comfortable, easier to press than S5 II. So the monitor is the biggest change in the build quality. As you know, this can tilt and flip. This makes your shooting better, more than you think. It's so nice and natural to have the monitor at the center of your body. I always shoot like this since I got this S1RII, and now I can't go back to that, the normal flip monitor. And this viewfinder got more resolution than S5 II, which allows you to focus on things in front of you more than S5 II. And another cool and super useful feature is the shutter closed mode when it's off. When it's on, shutter open. When it's off, shutter closes. So thanks to this, you can be relieved from the stress of the dust coming in. And another huge upgrade is that you can use CF Express Type B on S1RII, which enables the fast and secured data management. Since this shoots a very heavy data, depending on the format, but you want to use CF Express on this. So already at this point, build quality and design, I can feel the flagship. Man, I really love the holding feel. Come on, it fits my hand super well, which is super important to my art making process. So there are so many new video features that I'm so pumped about. But first, let's start from 8K video recording. So this has 44 megapixel full frame sensor, which gives you the super crazy detail level footage. You know, I'm using this S1RII for everything, from personal content to work. This 8K resolution often helps me, not only the very high resolution footage, also the crop options. This 8K gives you the benefit in workflow. And another thing I use a lot is 6K open gate. By the way, this is shot on S5 IIX 6K open gate. So same as S5 II, this had 6K open gate, but this got 6.4K open gate, so this got a little bit more resolution than S5 IIX. Open gate is super useful. It allows you to shoot wide vertically than normal 16:9 video, so you can have a variety of aspect ratios in one footage. And here it comes, 5.8K internal RAW recording. This is just mind-blowing. So GH7 already had it, I loved it, but S1RII can do that with 44 megapixel full frame sensor. Dynamic range, color depiction, and potential. I was waiting for this. If it's 4000 cinema camera, I will be like, okay, good. But we are talking about $3,200 mirrorless camera with the top technologies such as autofocus, image stabilizations, and other video functions, but it's coming with internal RAW recording. By the way, some shots from this film were shot on S1RII RAW. Its amount of color and information at the shadow and highlights are beyond the price. But I gotta mention, when it's RAW, it's gonna have a crop. I will say it's about like a APS-C crop, something like that. I wish there was no crop. Lumix V Gamut Vlog, the color is a little different from others. Even if it's not RAW, it's already fantastic. But when the RAW kicks in, the best just becomes more than the best for me. Yeah, the best. This feature is a super strong, unique selling point that pushes this camera to the place other cameras can't reach. Well, I'm not talking about the RAW itself. It's more like you can have RAW by this. You will get the clearer idea by the end of this video. But anyway, this tells that S1RII is the flagship. So RAW is great. You can have a 12-bit, good, but Vlog is still awesome. I think S1RII's Vlog is not that different from S5 II, in only color. But what's different is dynamic range. Usually this camera is 13 stops, but when you use the new feature dynamic range expansion, it's gonna be 14 stops. So you can have more information at the highlight and shadow, which gives you more color grading freedom at post, but the battery life gets shorter than when it's off. So when you want to turn on this dynamic range expansion all day long, you're gonna need maybe 2 or 3 extra batteries. S1RII is not for only high resolution. It also has a great capability for high FPS. In 5.9K, it shoots up to 60 FPS, and in both of Cinema 4K and 4K, it goes up to 120 FPS. And the quality of those is super nice, but honestly, not exact same quality as the normal speed such as 24. Also, you're gonna have a little crop, but not that much. Reasonable amount. So when we look at the video performance, this starts look the great video camera. Well, semi-cinema camera like a FX3. But what did I say in the intro? I said this was the hybrid flagship. Yes, this hybrid flagship makes S1RII one of a kind that others such as FX3 or even Alpha 1 cannot beat. We can't hit the crux of S1RII without talking about photography performance. as soon as I looked the scenery through the viewfinder. I thought this was the photography camera. Oh wait, but what about those video features? Yeah, still this is a legit photography camera, but also great video camera, this semi-cinema camera. Doesn't make sense. Well, this makes it make sense. So let's forget about the video features and let's try to take this as the photography camera. Well, 44 megapixel resolution is one of a huge aspect that makes S1RII a photo machine. Come on, look at the details. This was the perfect location to prove its photography performance. All the vibe, texture, and a sense of feeling were captured as they are. Those small details were depicted super precisely. Each line is distinguished and it gives the massiveness and the high density. When you crop, you can feel it more. So this photo, what do you think? Yeah, good location, good photo, nice sharpness and crispness, right? But actually, original size is this. So this was shot on high-res mode of S1RII, which can produce the 177 megapixel photo. And you can have the handheld mode now, so you don't have to use a tripod when you use the high-res mode. So no matter what you do, this high-res mode is gonna be the killer mode when you need a hero scene. It takes a little time to produce one photo. So it's not for everyday photography, but when you wanna put everything in one photo, this will boost your passion and creativity. So this can do up to 40 FPS continuous shooting, which is faster than Canon R5 II and Sony Alpha 1 II. Maybe at some point they are better, but when it comes to the only speed, S1RII is faster. So although this has a super great photography performance, it's still not chunky and heavy, you know, like some big square size flagship photo camera. I would say it's compact in this category. It got the amazing mobility and portability. Even though this has incredible ability, you can easily bring this out, like what you do with S5 II. The total photography experience. This is the best I've ever had. So we can't talk about Lumix without image stabilization performance, which is the best thing in the market. Oh, by the way, right now, this is shot on the new cropless IS mode. This can offer you smooth footage without a crop. How is the performance? Come on, does Lumix hate DJI or something? So at the last, let's talk about the powerful and super useful video functions. First, image stabilization. I mean, for real, Lumix is getting better and better as if they don't want us to rely on gimbals. So the new cropless IS is super helpful at some situations. In general, a little bit of crop of EIS is not a huge deal. But when you have to shoot the wide angle with EIS, this cropless IS will save your ass. And its performance is great. And of course, this got normal EIS, standard, and high. I feel autofocus got a little bit better. It has many detection modes: human, animal, plane, car, and you can change the more specific parts of target. So S5 IIX already had the amazing autofocus performance, so I don't feel, the huge improvement, but I kind of feel S1RII is better, especially the tracking ability.
Now move your body, it's just a beat.
The false color is added on S1RII. This helps you to visualize the highlights and shadows so you can have the appropriate exposure setting. Since this has a wide dynamic range and RAW, you want to maximize them by using false color. And the new color profile, Cinelike A2. It got a wide dynamic range and sensitive color gradation. It looks like a color graded log footage, but it's straight out from the camera without any color grading. So you can have 4K, 6K, 8K, super casual with this Cinelike A2. And S1RII has a compatibility with some useful apps. Lumix Lab for easy data transfer. The new Lumix Flow for production work such as writing storyboard, and this allows you to shoot along with it. Also Capture One for the professional photography environment. S1RII is not only the beast, It has the super great なんか違う super great ってなんかさなんかダサいよねなんかない求む I need the alternative option of the word super great. Comment below. Tell me. Teach me. Yeah, it got the versatility and usability. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, this is it. I don't say, hey Sony users, come to Lumix, or you should buy S1R2. Clearly, S1R2 is one of a kind. Nothing can do this much at this price. So I call it a hybrid flagship camera. If it's only the video, there might be better options, so do photography. But when it comes to the hybrid machine, this is the best. But what I want to say in this video is Lumix got the flagship finally. And because of that, we can have the hope that Lumix will develop more machines, stronger and more powerful and more useful machines in the future. If you're using S5 II, S9, don't worry, just keep using Lumix. Do what you can do with what you have right now. Your path isn't gonna have the end. It'll continue to S1R2, S1 II, and the future flagship. If you're about to buy your first camera, go ahead, choose Lumix and experience a lot of stuff in your journey. While you're hustling, Lumix will do the same. S1R2 promises the future and the motivation. This step became the important piece for making the another day. Lumix users, be relieved. Our future is bright. A little more steps. We're seeing the light. The light that brighten our tomorrow. Okay, this is it. If you have any questions, just shoot me anytime, anywhere. And if you like this video, show me a thumb and hit the subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Please don't expect me to make the video for S1 II because how much did I take to make the S1R2 since the release? I don't know, 1.5 months, something like that. So be patient. I will. じゃあまた。